What's up, Overcome Army? It is Monday. It is time to kick things off. It is time to get things going. And guess what, man? It is December 14th, and we're in the frame, man. We're in the middle of it. It is holiday season in a absolutely insane year. Gosh, man, so much craziness in this year with COVID, with so many business challenges. I have so many friends who have had business challenges. We've had business challenges. We've had shutdowns, we've had openings, we've had mandates, we've had regulations, we've had people who agree with the mandates and regulations, we've had people who definitely disagree with the mandates and regulations. We've gone through this election cycle and we have agreements and disagreements and all of that. So a lot of distractions, but at the end of the day, when we are an elite performer, when we are focused on success, all those distractions they're just that, they're distractions. And at the end of the day, what is the difference between successful people and elite people and peak performers is they ignore the distractions. They may see them, they may notice them, but some people get mired down in them. And then suddenly they're off on a tangent, they're off course, and they're totally absorbed, and their life gets consumed by these distractions. The difference is peak performers, super successful people, they pull that compass out, man, and they get back on course. And the other big difference, and this is what I want to talk to you guys about today, the other difference is truly elite people, truly successful people recognize something I call the margins of peak performance. And for those of you who've read my book, Overcome, there's an entire chapter on the margins of peak performance. And the reason I talk about this today is before I started having some of these weird health, health problems that we're still sorting out. But on the good news, once again, I haven't had another episode, the lightheadedness, the feeling like I'm having a heart attack since Monday. So knock on wood, that's a good sign. I am still having, just not feeling 100%, but what do? You drive forward. Hey, not dead, can't quit. My compass says this direction I'm going. I could let that be a distraction, but I'm not. But before all that was happening, I was focused on some big goals in 2021, and I started looking at, okay, if I want to achieve these goals, what are the things that truly can make a difference? If everybody out there says, hey, these are the fitness goals I want to meet, what are the things I need to do to accomplish them? Well, I want to get, stronger, faster, put on some weight. Those are some of my goals. And in order to do that, well, number one, I got to go to the gym. Okay, well, guess what? That's what everybody else do. Nobody can sit around and achieve some sort of physical fitness goal without working out. So number one, I had to go to the gym. I had to lift heavy weights. I got a coach to help me. Number two became nutrition. How much food and what type of food am I putting in my body? And number three is sleep. How much sleep? So these are the baseline things that everybody has to do. And I don't care what goals you are. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to college. You got to get good enough grades. You got to do all your pre-med stuff. You got to take the MCAT. You got to go to medical school. You got to graduate from medical school. You got to do residency, internship. Every doctor out there has to go through that process. But what makes the difference between, higher level doctors, elite doctors, or even if you look at Olympians, if you look at Olympic athletes, an Olympic athlete has to train in a specific sport. And if you took here's a perfect example. In 2009, in 2008, in the Beijing Olympics, Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world, 100-meter dash. There were 63 countries that participated in that 100-meter dash. And Usain Bolt won the gold medal and set a world record with a time of, and don't quote me exactly on this, but I believe it was 12.63 seconds. New world record. There were, I think that time's off a little, it was 12 point something. There were 63 countries that fielded runners. That means 63 countries that said this is the fastest person in our country to represent us for the 100-meter dash. Every one of those 63 athletes trained. Every one of them ran. Every one of them had a coach. Every one of them focused on their nutrition. Every one of them focused on their sleep. Every one of them did the things that they felt like they needed to do to get them ready. And then they went to the Olympics. All 63 of them ran in that race, different heats. Usain Bolt came out victorious. Believe it or not, the difference between Usain Bolt coming in first and winning the gold medal and setting a new world record and the time for number 63, that difference was only 3 seconds. 3 seconds from number one in a world record and dead last. And why do I tell you that? Because if you want to accomplish your goals, if you want to achieve elite performance in 2021, it starts to get down to, you can do all the things that everybody else is doing to accomplish them. But if you want to start raising the bar just a little higher, now we start getting into margins of peak performance. Now we start looking at what are the little things that I can tweak to make a difference. You know, if I'm averaging 6 hours of sleep a night, but I recognize maybe I need a little bit more to really perform physically or mentally or emotionally at a higher level, how do I go to bed a little bit earlier? How do I turn that TV off? How do I increase my sleep from 6 hours to 7 hours? Because we know the human body does better with more sleep, depending on you, having to understand who you are. How do I make my nutrition a little bit better? How do I make my workouts work a little bit better? And then we even start tweaking even more things. We really start getting into the fine details. So all that comes full circle. When I was going after these goals before I started having these health conditions, I had cut out alcohol. I just said, you know what, I'm going to cut out alcohol for a period of time. And I've done this sometimes in my life. I will admit, full transparency, I have had a couple of drinks over these last couple of weeks. I've been a little stressed out with everything happening, and I have had a couple of drinks. So right now I am off my this platform, and that's okay. I'll get back on, I'll reevaluate. But it comes down to balance, and then it comes down to those margins of peak performance. You've got negative margins of peak performance, which are those things that detract. So alcohol definitely is, in my opinion, a negative margin of peak performance. It really doesn't do anything for you other than, it's a social, for most people it's social, or it is a little bit of stress reliever. It can become a problem if it becomes too much, and it definitely does not positively impact your workouts or your health in any way. And I know there are some of you out there that will say, well, red wine does this for your heart. Yeah, maybe. But there is no conclusive evidence that any amount of drinking yields this major positive impact on the same level of sleep, nutrition, and working out. So, Patrick, good to know seals are human too. I am, man. I am definitely human, man. There's no doubt about it. So I won't lie. This has been a little stressful with not knowing what's going on with my body, but that's okay. You keep driving forward. But that being said, I just want to reiterate, I want you to look at, as you lay out your goals for 2021, as we finish 2020 strong, and guys, I want you to finish it strong. I know this has been a tough year. I know so many people's goals and paths that we set out in this year, mine included, got off track, but that's okay. We're going to reset. We're going to reevaluate our mission, our destination, our course, and in 2021, I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to fuck up 2021. I am hungry. In 2021, dude, I am coming for you. I'm putting you on notice right now that I'm coming after you. And I'm going to do the things that it takes to crush my goals, to establish and refocus on my mission, that destination and course, and everyone that's in my Overcome Army. I challenge you to do the same thing. Let's set new goals, let's go after it, and what's going to make that difference, guys? Once again, you can do everything that everybody else does, but in the end, it's going to be those margins of peak performance. It's going to be the negative and the positive. The negative are those things that detract, that take away from your ability or minimize your ability. They're things, smoking, drinking, excessive binge watching of TV. These are things that we may convince ourselves that are good for us, but the reality is they're not doing anything in any way. As a matter of fact, they're taking away time, effort, energy, brain activity, health, whatever it is, caloric intake, towards our goals. And then the other one are the positive margins of performance. What are the things that we can do that make things a little better? Honing our diet a little more sleep, hiring a coach, how we work out, being more systematic in how we track and do things, maybe being more systematic in how we track our financial side, our business side. So guys, I want to encourage you that if you are looking at how you're going to take down 2021, lay out your goals, lay out your path. That course are the steps that we're going to take to achieve those goals, to keep us on course, to keep us going towards our destination. That's what my Point Man Planner that's coming out in 2021 is all about. How do you define your mission? How do you set those destinations, those long-term course, one physical, one personal, one professional, or those long-term goals? And then how do you set the course, the short-term goals on how to get there? And then once you guys have done that, it gets down into those smaller levels, the margins of peak performance. All right, that's what's up. That's what's happening. So that is this Monday muster. So guys, much love for you. Finish 2020 strong. I know it's a crazy year. If you got off course, hey, so what? But don't wait till January 1st to start working on these goals. Start today. Start laying out that path. Start writing it down. Start implementing it. Even if you're not full on, even if you're not like, hey, I'm going after this fitness goal and my goal is to work out 5 days a week and do this. Even if you're working out 3 days a week right now, don't wait. The time to start is today. The time to start is right now. And those margins of peak performance, whether they're negative and you're cutting them out or they're positive and you're increasing them, that's what's going to make the difference. So, all right, if you're watching this or you're seeing me for the first time and you're interested in a little more positivity, you can check me out at jasonredman.com. Also, if you want to join our Overcome Army, our group coaching program, it's only currently it's only $19.99 a month, and it is our Facebook group. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people who are about crushing their goals, who are about driving forward, who are about positivity. Myself and my 2 other coaches are hitting it, and that is how you're going to help. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with structure and processes. Those are positive margins of peak performance. That's how you're going to get it done. So that's what's up. And you guys go crush this week. Much love. I am out.